Hey bro, today we're going to talk about how to earn the respect of other men. Now, this is very, very important. For all of human time, men and people have always cared about the opinions of their tribe. You shouldn't, and what I mean by that is you shouldn't care about the opinion of that random guy on the street, that random guy in your sports club, that random guy in class you don't like. You should care about the opinions of those close to you that care about you and you care about them. I.e., that can be your dad, it can be your brothers, it can be your closest friends. The people who try to give you their best advice and their opinion genuinely matters and is influencing you in a positive direction. When your dad gives you advice, he gives you advice even if it's not good advice. He gives you advice with the best intent. He sees you as his son and he sees you as a member of his tribe. That's the same way with all the other men close to you. And you wanting their respect is not weird, it's not needy, it's not lacking confidence. It's humble, extremely confident, and very important. Now, you may not have the self awareness for this yet to realize that, okay, I do care about the opinion of my friends or my coach, for example. Let me just tell you this figurative story so you can illustrate this. Imagine you go to your sports club and there's your coach. So you go to a kickboxing session, a rugby session, a wrestling session, football session, whatever you train or want to train. You go there and say you're at kickboxing and you're working on the heavy bag and your coach tells you, whoa man, I'm seeing some real good progress here, well done and everything, fist bumps you and tells you to keep going. Think how amazing you'd feel in that scenario. Think how much harder you're going to keep hitting that bag. Think how much more you'll want to attend the sessions after, like next week. Think in an alternative universe though, you go there and your coach is telling you, yeah man, oh no, try and improve this, change this, and he's still trying to be nice to you. But you can tell that the guy's thinking, well, what are you doing? You're doing bad at this, you're doing bad at that. You can't do this kick, your jab is off, your cross is off, you're not moving your feet. And he points all these things out. He's like, yeah, maybe, you should try the beginner's class next week or something instead. Think how terrible you would feel. You do care about these people's opinions, and that's completely normal and it's natural. And it's good to care about the opinions of people who are trying to have the best, outcome for you. So, now that we know that, let's get into it. And final point, don't be one of those people that think, oh yeah, I don't care about the opinions of anyone else because I'm confident and I only care about what I think of myself. These people, from my experience, are usually some dweebs. They don't care about the opinion of their family, of the people close to them, of their coaches, of their teachers, and they think that their opinion is the only one that matters, and they get nowhere in life. Now, you should definitely care about your opinion, and you should, make your own judgments. But taking the opinions of people that are trying to guide you positively, of people you respect, is always going to be helpful for you. Now, first method I'd recommend, bulk up. Now, while this sounds simple, it's so, so important. Let me tell you another story. So, when I started working out, I was 45 kg at around 5'6", 5'7". I've been working out now for almost 4 years, and now I am 73 kilos at 5'10". And that's like 12 to 14% body fat. So this has been, a pretty big bulk. Yeah, I increased in height a few inches, but overall, I know my frame and such has definitely increased in size. Now, my quality of life here and here is so different, especially with the way other people treat me. This is both with family members, people in school, people in like martial arts clubs. The way I got treated as here was like a kid, you're walking, say, down a corridor, and it's the most cliche example. You're walking down a corridor and people aren't moving for you and you have to move for them. Now it's the other way around. Obviously, there's guys that may be a lot bigger than me. Some fat guy, he's like 6'6", built like a jelly bean. But you get my example. This change has definitely increased my physicality and people's respect of me. And this isn't like an egotistical way. Yeah, I walk like this, flaring my shoulders and don't move for anyone. I mean, it's the fact that people just do this subconsciously when they're walking. And they spot you and think, okay, he's physically like this, I move, or no, he's just tiny, he'll move for me. And you can change this, and this is very important. And this isn't just with strangers like walking. This is how your family respects you, how your friends respect you, how your dad respects you, bro. He doesn't want to see your scrawny arms as thinking of you as a little kid when you're like 18. Now, another little story with this is So I have two friend groups. One is like the main one in school, and then my best friends are out of school, and like an out of school friend group. And with the guys in school, all of them are very sporty and everything, very tall, very muscular and whatnot. And with the other group, where all we were playing like video games for years, making online business and such. So we all kind of did this sort of transformation, like bulked up and everything. And this year when I bulked like 10 kilos at the peak, and I cut like two or three. My friends genuinely noticed. They were like, "Bro, you're looking a lot stronger. Well done and everything. How much have you bulked up? How much you weighing now?" I'm not saying this in like an egotistical way. I'm saying this in a respect way. They acknowledged what I have done, and they praised my results. I went back to Greece to see my family, and my cousin, who I hadn't seen in a year, saw me and said, "Bro, you've put like a lot of mass on. Like you're looking a lot stronger and everything." And this isn't like an egotistical way for you to think, "Yeah, people are saying that I'm so big." It's in a regard of people are respecting you and they're acknowledging your results. Imagine if I went back and instead of having bulked 7 kilos of lean mass, I had lost 7 kilos of lean mass. Think how different I'd be treated within my friend group or within my family. And this isn't saying, people are like mean and everything. This is just subconsciously how we work. You know, human mind is parts of it are so underdeveloped that things like physicality are just so important, man. It's something that genuinely gives you respect. Imagine you see a guy on the street, and imagine these two guys, same height, same clothing, same face, everything, and this guy is almost 30 kilos heavier than the other one. You would be a lot more intimidated by that guy. You'd respect him a lot more. You'd be a lot nicer speaking to him. Like, don't you want those benefits for yourself? Don't you want strangers when they meet you to have more respect for you, to be more sort of wary for you, and not wearing like a scared where you walk around like pretend you're gonna fight everyone? More in the way of, oh, this guy is someone that has worked hard. He looks like he can fight. He looks strong and everything, and being nicer to you. You want that, and no, of course you should. Think how much better that would make your life. How much better people will treat you. Next up is a very quick point. Be clean, look good. Now, I'm not really saying this about looks maxing and everything. I'm literally saying this about wear clean clothes, smell nice, shower daily, put cologne, all these things, just the basic stuff, and look good. Now, the reason I'm saying this because I'm in a sales program and whatnot, and when I joined, there was a guy, and kind of looked like a mid guy, kind of skinny, kind of your average guys, looked a bit weird, looked like he spent too much time in his room and whatnot. And this isn't to be mean, it's like just what I instinctively thought when I saw him. And he put some new videos on school, like for his community. And they're like 6 months apart. And I saw the new videos and I thought, damn, the guy had like looks a lot better, skin's a lot clearer, he's leaner, he's doing his hair differently, he's dressing nicer. And this is just in the way of like, whoa, I noticed it and I respected him more. He looked like he was taking care of himself. Imagine if the opposite happened. Imagine if for those 6 months he like didn't really go to the gym, he put a few pounds of fat on, he didn't really do any skincare or anything, didn't sleep right. And then I click from the old video to the new one, and now he's got a lot more acne on his face, is looking a little bit chubbier and skinny arms. I'd respect him so much less. Like I remember I saw one of like Tate's videos like years and years ago, like some leaked course. And he said as a business example, like one of the business tips was to be in good shape. And he said, okay, now while you think this is stupid, would you have bought this course if I was morbidly obese? And I ask you the same question. Imagine, my thumbnails are all the same. It's like me during the video, my screen and me in the corner. Imagine if you saw the video and I was morbidly obese and my hairline was like back here and my room behind me was a mess. Would you have clicked on the video? You're a lot less likely to, because these are just subconscious like human things. I'm not saying I'm like good looking and everything, not a fantastic background or editing or whatever. I'm saying this is just like the natural human way. You spot someone and you respect them automatically based on a few different reasons. Imagine you go to a job interview. The reason why you have to dress nicely, look clean and everything is because people make assumptions about you automatically, and then they try to fit you within those assumptions. If someone clicks on your thing, on your video for example, they think you're really organized, really good looking, really neat, really clean, they're going to try promote that within their mind more, compared to if they click on the video and think you're some fat fucker They'll try push you. You can be saying amazing things of how hardworking you are. You may be a powerlifter or whatever. They'll still try box you up in their initial anchored bias frame that they have of you, and you don't want that. Next point: work hard. This is more for people that you already know, so people within your tribe, and the ones you should care about. I know with my mum, for example, and with my family members, like I'm saying my mum because I live with my mum, the level of respect she has towards me, I can tell has changed and increased massively. And she speaks to me differently now when, for the last like 2 or 3 years, especially the last year, I've been so focused on my habits, did good in school, I'm doing really good with university, I'm doing really good with my work. I'm doing things like this on the side, I'm waking up earlier than her. And this isn't for me to boast. This is like it took me a lot of time to get there with a lot of mistakes, but people respect you more. People will treat you nicer. Imagine if every morning when your dad gets up, I don't know, I don't live with my dad, but I'm just giving you a figurative idea. You wake up every morning and your dad is already awake, he's already had breakfast, or he's about to get dressed for work, and he sees and you're still in bed, or he like opens your room door and just sees you scrolling on your phone still in bed. He'll think you're such a dweeb compared to he wakes up and he sees you in the front garden working out. Think how much more respect your father would have for you. This happens with my mum, this happens with my brother, for example. I remember when I was in Greece and I stayed at my brother's house, he woke up sometimes and I'd be there working out. I instinctively knew his respect for me has increased compared to the alternative universe of he wakes up, like gets dressed, starts working, and then I'm still like sleeping on the floor mattress. So it definitely changes your relationships. It definitely improves them and makes people respect you more, and that's a beautiful thing, man. You want your family to respect you more and be nicer to you, because then when you make decisions, they're not going to flaunt them. Say you tell to your family, okay, I don't want to do university, I want to get a full-time job, or I want to go to career apprenticeship, or they say, oh, you're going to become a doctor, and you go, no, I want to become an economist, whatever, right? If your family has respect for you, they'd be like, okay, we we know you know what you're doing. If they've seen you for the last 3 years in your room every day playing video games and doing nothing, well then they're not going to respect you, and they may even try to force you. I know as my time went on with this, my journey, for example, of my progress, my decisions have been more accepted by my family, and it's not like my decisions are more aligned to their path of my life now. It's more that they understand that I'm going to do this and I'll be okay. Now that could be some form of maturity. It could just be the fact that I'm growing older, but in general, I do think this plays a big part in it. Next, don't stand like a wimp. This is mostly just for strangers. When you're walking through school, head up, chest out. Don't walk like an idiot like this, but walk quite confidently. Smile a little bit. Don't try fake it. Just try be more confident. Try breathe fully. This is just a very quick point, but I'm telling you because imagine some guy, you're sitting in class, some guy walks in. He's there just scroll, like walks in while scrolling, sits down, like half melts like this. Just teacher speaks to him and he timidly replies. You just think that guy's a random bitch in the corner of your class that you can bully or something. But if he walks in, I'm not talking like an idiot, like shouting and everything. Walks in, quite confident, happy, and says like "Good morning, miss" and everything. The teacher sits down quite happily. You'd have a lot more respect for him, and that's again natural human instinct. So the whole purpose of this video is like teaching you to try abuse those natural human instincts to make you be a more respected person. And additionally, because of all these points, you becoming a more respected person also makes you respect yourself more, because all the processes that we're talking about here also make you respect yourself more. Working hard, bulking up, looking good, fantastic things. Next point, be able to stand up for yourself. Be able to stand up for yourself. Now, say you ever get in a confrontation or an argument or in a debate, you want to be able to actually stand up for yourself. I'm not talking to this aggressively, like, yeah, man, I'm gonna beat you up or anything. You don't need to get loud, you don't need to get aggressive. Just say you're having an argument with someone, you're having an argument with your mom, a small one even. You need to be able to stand up for yourself and stay true to your points. I'm not talking to you be stubborn, but you understand what I mean by being able to stand up for yourself. And people will start respecting you more. Imagine every time you argue with that one dickhead friend that pretends to be friends with you, and so it doesn't pretend to be friends with you. You know, it's like, yeah, we're all friends here, and there's that one guy that picks on you. If every time you stand up for yourself, he's gonna start respecting you, and he's gonna stop doing it. As a comparison to every time you kind of like he says a joke about you, and you kind of laugh along with it like an idiot. So I really hope this helps you, man. I know for some people a topic like this is quite difficult because you have like low self-esteem and you're trying to fake it and everything. But if you just try to go through this process, you start taking the advice that people around you a little bit more. You can ask them a few questions. You try bulk up. You try look better. You try say for example, you're gonna speak to your dad and you go downstairs and you're like in shorts and a greasy t-shirt, or you go downstairs and you're wearing like some nice trousers and a well-fitting t-shirt. Again, subconsciously, he's going to treat you better. So again, it's just all these things to implement that will make you more respected and also just make your life better in general because you're just becoming a better man and you're getting more respect for it. So I really, really hope that helps, man. I know all these things have helped me a lot. So get out of here now, bro. Go do your best. Much love.